Hi everyone, welcome to Too Easy to Learn. My dear students, we are making video lessons on the angle properties of circles. This is our third lesson, and today we are going to discuss tangent properties of circle. There are two tangent properties we will discuss in this lesson. We will also discuss few exam questions. So let's start our lesson. Now I have shown you a circle with center O, and this yellow line is called the radius of the circle. So a line joining center to the circumference of the circle is called radius of the circle. And there is a blue line which is touching at the circumference of the circle where the radius is joining. So this line, blue line, is called tangent of the circle. Tangent is a straight line which just touching at one point of the circumference of the circle. So both points, both lines, radius and the tangent of the circle are joining and they are making angle at 90-degree. So tangent AB joining with the radius at this point. So this angle is always 90-degree. So we can say radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Perpendicular mean it is making 90-degree angle with the tangent. I hope this is very simple and easy property and you can easily understand it. So the short form is radius. This is the perpendicular sign. Radius is perpendicular, touching at this point on the circumference of the circle. So that's why we call it the tangent. It's reading from this line there, from this point to this is the 1.5. So it is the radius of the circle. It's mean that this line is also 1.5 because it is the radius of the circle. From this point to this is the 1 unit. Now we know that radius is perpendicular to the tangent. So this is the radius, this is the tangent. So they are both making 90-degree at this point. So that's why we can say this triangle is the right angle triangle. And we want to calculate x. No angle is involved. That's why we can apply Pythagoras theorem. And we know that the Pythagoras theorem is equal to c square is equal to a square plus b square. What is c? C is the largest side of the triangle of right angle triangle, which is called the hypotenuse. And this is the hypotenuse. It is represented by c. And the value of c is 1.5 plus 1. It is equal to 2.5. This is a and it is radius. Its value is also 1.5 because the both radius, the value of radius is always same. Now we have to calculate this x and we can represent it by b. Now plug in values in this formula and find the value of x. C is 2.5, 2.5 square is equal to a is 1.5, 1.5 square, b is x and x square. Subtract 1.5 from 2.5, shift this to the left hand side. So x square is equal to 4. Take square root on both sides to cancel out the square. So x is equal to 2 units. So here in this question, the trigonometry is applied, the angle properties of circle is applied. So when you get the question in examination, you always get the mixed topic. So that's why there is a two topics, trigonometry and circle properties involved to solve this question. Let's discuss another property of tangent properties of circle. This is a circle with center O. This is the point C outside the circle, and this point C is making a tangent at point A. So this is the tangent AC, as you can say CA. The point C is making tangent at point A. The same point C, which is the exterior point outside of the circle, is making another tangent at point B. So BC is another tangent. So there are two tangents, AC and BC. Both tangents are emerging from the common exterior or external point of the circle. So both tangents are equal. When the tangents formed by the same point, exterior point on the same circle, the both tangents are equal. So AC is equal to BC. Now if I join point O with A, it is the radius OA, and joining at the tangent point A, so it is 90 degree. If I join this point O with the tangent point B, so the radius is always perpendicular to the tangent as we have discussed. It is also 90 degree. If I join O with C, this line OC will divide angle AOB into equal half, means that OC is angle bisector of angle AOB. So OC bisect angle OAB and also ACB. These two angles are also equal. It will also bisect this angle. So this angle is also angle BOC and angle AOC. The both angles are equal. If it is 60, then this is also 60 degree. So AOC is equal to BOC. Similarly, this angle BCO also equal to ACO, these two red angles. So the both angles are also equal. If it is 25 degree, it will also be 25 degree. So the main understanding of this concept property is, if the two tangents are marked formed by the common exterior point on the same circle, but both tangents will be equal in length. Let's discuss few exam questions. Find the value of angle A and B. This looks a very complex diagram, but we need to read this diagram carefully. This is the point P outside the circle. AP is the tangent and BP is also the tangent. Both tangents are emerging from the common exterior point. That's why the both BP and AP are equal in length. Similarly, line OP is bisector, angle bisector of this angle AOB. So value of A is 49 degree because the both angles are equal, and value of B is 14 centimeter because the both tangents are marked or formed by from the common exterior point. Let's solve one more question. Find the value of angle E and the side F. Given that AOB is 112 degree and OB is 10 centimeter, if we look at this diagram, this is the angle E and this is BP is F. And we observe the angle properties of circle. The point P is outside the circle. It is the exterior point of the circle and it is making tangent AP and tangent BP. It means that the both tangents are equal. And OP is bisecting the angle AOB. It means that we can divide 112 into equal halves. So E angle, when we are going to calculate angle E, we are going to observe one more thing. This angle is 90 degree. Do you identify which property is going to apply here? OA is the radius and AP is the tangent. So radius is perpendicular to the tangent. That's why this angle is 90 degree. If we divide this 112 into equal half, 112 divided by 2 is equal to 56. So this angle AOP is 56 degree. Now this triangle AOP is a right angle triangle, and we know that the sum of angles of any triangle is 180 degree. So we can say angle E plus angle 56 plus 90 degree is 180 degree from triangle AOP. Subtract these both angles from the 180 degree. So E is equal to 34 degree. So value of angle E is 34 degree. Now we have to calculate the value of side F, and which is the tangent. But we also understand this. OBP is the right angle triangle, and the side opposite to this right angle is called hypotenuse. because it is a right angle triangle and angle is involved. It's mean we can apply trigonometric ratio. So let's see which trigonometric ratio can be applied to solve side f. So the side opposite to the 90-degree is called hypotenuse, where two angles are given 56 and 96. We call it the base or adjacent side, and the side opposite to the angle 56 is called perpendicular or opposite. Now we have to find f, which is perpendicular, and base is given, which is 10, and the angle 56 is also given. So we know that perpendicular and base are used in tan theta. So tan theta is perpendicular over base. Plug in the values. Tan 56 is equal to f over 10. Do cross multiplication. F is equal to 10 times tan 56, and your final answer is 14.82 meter. So my dear students, you have observed sometimes when the angle properties of circles are involved, there are other chapters are also involved. So you have to be very careful while reading and solving a question. Now, this is the learn by heart time. You have to learn these two properties. Angle radius is perpendicular to the tangents, and angle formed by the exterior tangent formed by the exterior point, both tangents are equal. So home task, find the value of C and D. Read this question carefully. Trigonometry might be applied here. Solve the question, find the value of C and D. Write your answer in comment box and check whether your answer are correct or not. If you want to understand any other topic, let me know the name of topic in comment box. I will make video for you. And if you want to learn or you want to have a complete course, visit our website tooeasytolearn.com, where you will find a lot of material, free material also there. So welcome to tooeasytolearn.com to get full course of O level and IGCSE. That's all for this lesson. See you next lesson. Bye bye.